A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to this collective reading. In this collective reading, while I was doing the previous reading, I was also given a very cool message actually, and I'll explain it to you why it's a cool message, because for some people it could be a bit shocking also. And for some people, when I start explaining things to you, you'll realize what I'm saying and why I'm saying. So this message is got to do something with the spirits that protect you. There are some spirits that protect you in this earth realm as spirits, but there are some spirits or some people, a type of people who also protect you while you live in 3D, and they also probably live in some physical location in 3D world. Interestingly, these people do not come into the category of Sattvics because the lifestyle they live, it's not a pure lifestyle. They could be eating meat, animal meat, or they could be living a sort of fancy life. Some of them could be, not all of them. And they could be also into sexual relationships, one relationship, or it could be a regular relationship, because most Sattvics don't involve in sexual relationships as such. They follow brahmacharya or asexuality, which is what gives them huge amount of power. Some of them could be practicing things, or they would be just doing some kind of rituals that you don't agree with, that you don't like. And I'm also being shown that it could also be people of male gender. Yes, they could be either consuming some kind of chemicals that you are totally against, or you just cannot accept someone doing it around you, or they could be consuming, as I said, food items. They could be living a lifestyle that you do not promote, or you don't believe in, you don't agree with it. You do not think that kind of lifestyle can keep you in a positive high vibration or high frequency. However, these entities or people, I would say, could be performing certain wrong acts, or they could be performing certain rituals, or they could be extremely into certain materialistic things, but they are falling in the category of gray. They are not dark or black completely, and they are not white also. So they are in the gray category, and you are in the white category. You come from the light completely, okay? And you may have also lived the gray life in terms of doing certain things, but that was part of your programming, and you have left it behind long back. You left it behind, like you did it when you did not know what you were doing. Maybe you were born in a family that was eating meat. You were born in a family that was, too much into we need this, we need that kind of stuff, Now you're no longer like that. It's been a while you're not like that. So you also have sort of sympathy or empathy towards them, as long as they are high on moral values. Before we dive deeper into this collective reading, I would like to let you know that you guys can become my Patreon and support this content. Continue to support this content that I make for you all, these readings, these channelings, and all of these messages, video messages that help you to simplify some of the metaphysical concepts that can be extremely helpful as a tool in your journey. I've started a new thing also now, that you can ask a question and you can be completely anonymous, and I can answer that question over here. I will read out your question and give the answer. And you can simply do it by making a contribution on PayPal and sending me an email about your contribution as well as your question. You can get into one-on-one sessions with me, energy readings, tarot readings, and I don't do those useless readings. These readings really help, and you get the right kind of counseling. I also do therapy via conversational hypnosis in some of my sessions. So for a person, it may feel like just having a conversation, but from my end, I'm also healing you along with it. Certain type of questions I ask, or certain type of conversations we get into, which lead to your healing. So those are also one of the tools that I use in my therapy sessions. You can release your karma by doing karmic release therapy. You can also get into 3D to 5D. You can get into narcissistic abuse phase release therapy, 3D to 5D therapy, and negative release therapy. For those who have already worked with me, one of those therapies that will work really well with you is chakra alignment therapy. All these therapies are not depending only on the fixed schedule time, the one-on-one sessions, but I also have sessions, but they don't depend on that because I continuously communicate with all the people who are in therapy with me. So you don't feel left out or lonely when you're out of the sessions. And yes, you can also get my book In the Name of Love, A Journey of Finding Your Ultimate Soulmate. So while I'm doing this collective reading, I would like to tell you that there is this energy that I've sensed around the people I've worked with, and that is the energy of those who attack you, the energy of people who are really like jealous and hopeless people. These people cast spells, they do some kind of dark rituals, dark magic, and they take the people they're targeting into this type of dark energy. They make a person feel very lost and lonely, and you cannot focus on the good things you have right behind you, but you're continuously focusing on what you don't have. Now, gender is not a barrier for these people. I won't say that only women are into witchcraft. So the message actually is very interesting. So there are some people who are witches, who are practicing doing some kind of rituals or living a tamasic plus rajasic lifestyle, and you can say combo of sattvic, because they protect you. Yes, there are a group of witches that actually protect you, and for some people it may be a bit of a shock, but for some people it could be a surprise. Some of you could probably have an inkling about it. Maybe you know those people, maybe you understand that they may not be that amazing or nice towards others, and these people have gifts, okay? These people have actual psychic abilities, yes, and you know it. They can read and they can see through things. They are really good with what they do. They're also a type of healers. They also heal their own people, they heal their own clan. They do healing work also, but they are not completely from the light, or maybe it was their contract to be so, to be in a vessel that is not 100% working with light. Why they protect you? Why do they like you so much? Why do they shower you with so much love? Is probably because you have also done something for them. Maybe before coming to this plane, you had a deal with them, you had a contract with them. Maybe you have also extended protection or some kind of love towards these people. Maybe some kind of empathetic vibe you have created for those people. Or maybe you prayed to source very selflessly. Maybe you prayed to source for the upliftment of their clan or these people, or in some way or the other. In some way or the other, they have also figured out that you are a big source of energy. Like, you are a gifted divine being. You are a reincarnation and not just a person who's in the cycle of life and death, but you are somebody who is here specifically. So they sense, or they can recognize the divine energy in you, and they also sense the innocence in you, because even these people, they also like work with a lot of energies. So they sense that you are really high vibrationally, and they also sense your rage. Like, they know that you got the kind of rage which can be very destructive, okay, but you don't use it because of your innocence, because of your loving heart. You don't use that rage on and off like that, but you got that. You got the Kali energy in you. This is the second video where I sense Kali energy or the demon slayer energy very strongly. So they recognize that energy in you, and maybe via a contract you did help them out, and you could have even done it astrally. In the 3D waking reality, you would have just been a normal person who seems to be in a limbo, just living your life, doing things. But in the astral world, when you were probably in a trance, in the astral field, because of the guidance of your masters, or because of some some reason, there has to be a very good reason behind it, you did agree to help them out, and maybe you helped them out of love. You maybe did it because you felt that this is something you should do, or maybe you also had to repay them in some way. Maybe the contract was like that you said that, okay, you do this for me and I'll do this for you, for the betterment, for the higher vibration. But I think they also like you. These people, these group of witches, they also like you a lot. They look up to you, they admire you, they love you. They have a very interesting sense of surrender towards you. They may not be showing it 100% that they are surrendered to you. Or second reason that is coming strong to me is that you could have worshipped Mother a lot. In India, we have Durga, we have Saraswati, we have the Devis. So the Devi has blessed you, and now in a few days the 9 days of Devis will also start. So could be possible that I'm picking onto these energies because of that. So these group of witches could also be worshipping to Devi, but their rituals and their practices may not be, I won't really say right over here, I would rather say it may not be 100% white. It could have gray elements to it. And over a period of time, maybe you have also sensed it, which is why they've kind of fallen to the category of witch. Otherwise, they would have been also in the category of divine feminine, because divine feminine is like very pure energy. It's a very sacred energy, and it takes time for anyone to enter to that energy. So maybe before you embodied the complete energy of divine feminine or sacred feminine, or the goddess blessed you with their love and gave you an implant, a positive, a very uplifting implant in your DNA, or maybe they removed the previous implant that was put into your DNA system by some demonic presence. After that blessing of Devi, of goddess, of mother goddess, I would say, of not goddess but mother goddess, the higher mother goddess, these witches, the group of witches, have also started seeing you in a different light. It could be possible that at some point they also presented some difficulties to you. They gave you some challenges, but you were so tough. You were so strong, you were so tough, you were so solid, you're so powerful. You may not be aware about these things, I'm telling you, maybe in future you will, but they actually got awestruck by you. Like imagine, somebody wants to harm you, but the response they get from you is so brilliant that they actually say, wow, I just like this person way too much, now I'm going to follow this person. So definitely I sense that these beings are also very powerful. They also appear to be human, but they are not entirely human. They also have certain instincts that are very humane, but they also spend a lot of time, which is why I think they are in that group of people. I mean, in that category, I would say over here. Group is what they are into, and there's a category, because they focus a lot on 3D politics or 3D dynamics. They could be into that role also. I mean, everyone has a different role. Maybe in the pyramid you sense that their role is also very important, which is why you have empathy towards them, which is why you have so much love towards them, which is why you have also sheltered them. You may have noticed that they have some bad habits, which are not bad habits, like it's pretty much natural for them. But you also sense that they are much better than a lot of people on this planet. And especially when you look at the hardcore tamasics, or you look at the hardcore demonics that are ruling the earth right now, these people are much better than them, because all of them are not into luxurious lifestyle. Some of them are living very simply, in very simple, humble homes. So they are, as I said, they could be witch doctors, they could be also getting a lot of people. A lot of people respect them also. So they are not just a random XYZ energy. They also have certain psychic abilities, certain very valuable gifts. But you have bigger gifts. but yet you don't show it off in front of them. You've not shown it off. You've not misused any of your gifts so far, and you have lived a very sacrificing life. You have sacrificed a lot because of your selfless service, or whatever job or mission you're here to do. They have decided, or they've chosen to be your protector forever. Like they always gonna protect you type of thing. At least till the time you're here to fulfill your contract, they will definitely do that. And I also sense one more reason behind it is because you have also ascended. A lot of you people who resonate with this channeling, you have ascended to a certain degree that you no longer actually focus on the things that they focus on. You don't care, you don't bother, you don't have time, you don't feel it's necessary. Lot of things. So in their journey, you played a protective role, and they want to repay you by protecting you or being a part of your team. Because see, when you are doing your mission work or your inner work, then there are these very low frequency energies. You basically irritate low vibrational people and low vibrational energy. You irritate them. That's it. They want to argue with you. They want to talk ill about you. They want to waste your time. But now, at this point in time, you cannot be bothered by them. So who is going to take the role of handling those people? The witches. The witches are going to create trouble in their lives. The witches are going to teach them a lesson. The witches are helping you because now that whole factor of you irritating low vibrational people, and then you also knowing about it, you also like focusing on it, that yeah, you are aware that you are irritating them, and then that is kind of making you uncomfortable in a certain place and you are not fully becoming yourself. That whole ideology or that whole dynamic has finally perished from your DNA, or it is perishing from your DNA. It is an implant that the mother goddess, the highest mother goddess, has actually uprooted from your DNA system. So certain negative demonic attacks only work on you if you are in the vibration of fear. If you're not, then they cannot. However, there are some other entities that are keeping a watch. They are like guards. They are very like scary. And when they see these type of people trying to disturb you, distract you, trying to get your attention, they will be like, what are we here for? What are we here for? And I'm getting goosebumps as I'm talking about this. So yes, a group of witches are also a part of your protection team, and they also have, I think, surrendered to the masters, and I'll tell you why. Because number one thing is that when they were trying to hurt you or disrespect you, say mean things to you, they also experienced some things in their reality. They also witnessed some things which were very supernatural, and they don't want to mess around with that energy. But as I said just a while back, that sometimes people change, or they become nicer, or they actually have an inner transformation when they get awestruck by a person or by their energy. So you have like really high ascended masters protecting you, and a group of witches might also be protecting you because when they were in some trouble in their community, you, just by your presence or just by your motivation or just by your energy, empathy, just by your aura, you ended up supporting and safeguarding their children. I think somebody in their family was very important for them. So there are also grey witches and there are also good witches who emphasize on individuality, who emphasize on giving the right kind of support to the right person. And as I said, that they have gifts. They can walk through dreams. They can travel in different places, or they don't need to travel actually. They just have the vision, like they can be wherever they are, and they can, like a CCTV, like a remote CCTV camera, they can see a lot of events happening, unfolding in front of them. And some of them are very genuine, some of them are not. A lot of problem, a lot of low vibrational things actually happened on this plane, on planet Earth, is because a lot of demonic entities, they casted way too many spells on people because they don't have a natural way of getting energy. The energy vampires, people who are really high on ego, the cold-blooded narcissists, they don't have any way to create their own energy until and unless they decide 100% to transform and change and shift to the empathetic side. If they do, then great for them. Otherwise, before that, they will be a problem creator for a lot of people. So they draw their magical practices and spiritual beliefs also from certain deities who are not only worshipped by the beings of light, but they're also worshipped by the beings of dark. Okay, but even in that sphere, you have good people and bad people. Like an example is coming to my mind again and again. Lord Sri Ram, when he was fighting against Ravan, it was actually Ravan's brother Vibhishan who joined forces with Sri Ram, and he was the key, you would say, key person who gave them very vital, important, life-changing information, due to which Lord Sri Ram was able to kill a lot of demons, and he was able to secure that space in victory. Of course, Lord Sri Ram also attracted Vibhishan because of his frequency. The events change in such a way, but Vibhishan was also in the dark world. And then Kumbhakaran was also one of those people who vocally expressed that Ravan was doing wrong. Even though he fought for the brother, he said that, okay, I will still fight for my brother, but my brother did wrong. He did tell him multiple times that you did wrong. But fine, you did this. As a brother, I will support you. Then in the same Ramayana story, we see the character of Mandodari. Mandodari was also a demoness, but she helped Sita. She protected Sita. Then there was Trijata, who was also a demoness, and she also took care of Sita like a mother, and she constantly protected Sita from other demonesses who were there to, just hired to basically torture her. Yes, these are the beings of dark who actually chose to be with the beings of light, protect them despite wherever they came from. And this is the similar thing that is happening for you, because these group of witches, could be male, female, both, they protect you and they really like you, and actually they'll always be there for you, kind of thing, because they are indebted to you. You have helped them in a big way, so they have high morals also. Like if they make a promise, they'll live by it. If they decide upon something, no matter how much you get angry with them, no matter how much sometimes you'll scold them, but it will all work through. And some of the things are happening astrally, some of the things are happening when you're in the dream world. You may not be aware about them. For some people, definitely this will apply, who are still there, completing certain cycles, and they've not yet completely gone through all of the phases, cycles, and all of the non-linear dynamics. And for the rest, I think you can sense a lot of things. You can pick on energies. You're an intuitive person. You are just full of awe and wonder. You don't care about negative beings, to be honest. You don't give so much importance to them. You don't care about low vibrational people anymore. Even if you're sitting with 100 low vibrational people, you are literally in your own world. You don't care. You don't want to do anything with their energy. And you feel if you're physically present at a certain place, then that has to be God's will. That has to be God's decision, and you just abide by it. You don't question anything that Source and Masters ask you to do, make you do, send you to do. You never question. You're okay with everything. You're fine with everything. For you, everything is okay. Whatever happened, is okay, good. Whatever is happening right now is good. Whatever will happen is also good. Simple. You don't have those questions. And if you have those doubts and questions, you work on yourself. You work on yourself. That's it. All right. So yeah, this is where I'm going to close this channeling session, this collective reading. I will see you in the next one. One love, peace out, and victory to Ram.